Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Welcome to the Close Friends List podcast.
Yeah. Do they say the Lord's Prayer? Or is it like something...
I don't think so.
I kind of don't either. They made their own, I think.
Wait,
they probably did.
Right? That what I said was Catholic?
Christians don't say that one?
No, Christians say it. Christians say it, yeah,
it's
for
definitely
sure.
Catholic too, but I thought it was also Christian.
Yeah.
I personally have never said that.
So
I definitely have.
Interesting.
Just because what I've heard,
Mm-hmm. I definitely have said it in a church environment.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never said that phrase like out loud like that with other people.
It almost sounded like when you said heaven, it lagged in my headphones and it sounded like you were gonna say hell.
Well,
I was like,
imagine.
But
gotta open.
We kicked that
off.
off.
Yeah. We had to
open it with the prayer. Maybe not the right one, but that's okay. Because today,
who art in heaven.
Yeah, that's closer too. We are talking about season 3 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, people. It's out. We binged it. I stayed up until 3 a.m. watching it because I was like, it was a Friday night. I just was like, I only have 2 more episodes and I'm going to watch this episode 9. And then I was like, okay, there's tea in episode 10. So like, let's keep it going. The ending, I was like, annoyed. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I have to. So let's get into it. Overall thoughts?
First off, what is the timeline for this season? Okay. I am so confused.
Because so I wrote down, if we were still talking about tea from last summer like this,
yes,
I would be going fucking crazy.
Yes.
No, literally.
I do think it was around February, March that at least the first 5 episodes were filmed.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe early.
Stagecoach happens, I'm pretty sure, after Coachella, and Coachella's like
April.
And April.
Yeah.
Early April.
So
I'm like
spring,
summer, winter, fall.
Yes.
Like, it's confusing because like it's this year. Like the
Mm-hmm. content
of this season happens in 2025, but they're filming stuff from season 2.
Yeah.
And the inception really started there because it's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You filming the reunion for season 2.
Right.
Like,
yes, that was crazy.
Well, and it's interesting because, and I get why they continued filming at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of drama that happened.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep up with. But when you're doing press for season 2 and drama from season 3 is leaking into press from season 2, it's kind of like,
and you can't talk about it because season 3 isn't out yet.
Exactly. They're like, what's happening? Like, why are you guys yelling at each other? And you're like, I don't know. I can't tell you.
Back it up. Season 1 was like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it was on the shelf
and
for
they did,
a while.
Like, the pilot, and then 6 months later did the rest.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember they said that like in the show. And it also, one thing that also confused me was these girlies are never wearing like winter clothes or like jackets. They're like, so I was like, what time is this? They're saying 6 months from September, like, or whatever. And so I was like,
none of them were wearing
a Layla's wearing a crop top.
Shortest skirt, t-shirt. I'm like, what is actually happening?
And I understand like being here for the outfit, but at what point, like, you're going into your house, so wear the coat and then take it off when you get there.
And they're in Utah, so you know it's cold.
Exactly.
It makes me think that they maybe had coats and refilmed a walk-in,
or
for sure. They got there with the coat, took it off, and they were like, okay, slow-mo walk-in right now, and then
it's gotta be.
Because that always confused me, because I was like, wait, because I was also figuring out the timeline. I was like, wait, where is this? When is this? Like, what's happening? But
and unfortunately, the timeline's kind of important because the tea is relevant at certain times.
Exactly.
Like, they're still bringing up the CMA post, and it's like, I have to remember that was from like last September, or, you know, and it's like, how is that so important in this grand scheme?
Yeah. But then they're like, oh, they're auditioning for Dancing with the Stars, but it's like, well, Dancing with the Stars is on now.
Yeah. And then we only find out like who the cast is, like, you know, a couple months ago, and they only find out, you know, like a week or 2 before that. So it's like, what's actually the timeline, people?
It does feel like, because reality TV has gotten more like this, I think, because that's why I kind of stopped watching the Kardashians, because they were also doing like, when they first started, it was things that were happening in their life, but it was mostly drama. But now it's like they're being filmed going to Dior, like events.
Yeah, they're like, here's Fashion Week, and then it's like Fashion Week was 3 months ago. Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of what this turned into as well, where it's like it's less about what's happened. I mean, there are still definitely aspects of what's happening right now, but a lot of it is like I have to remember these events for no reason.
What makes it worse, though, is like when this stuff is happening, like in the moment, they're like, it'll be on the show, it'll be in the season. It's like, I don't want to wait like to find that out, because
when we see all the mess on TikTok in the comments, like everything, but then they're like, oh, you'll see.
Like, just enough. And it's like,
but
we're here now. Like, just don't even do the drama now and just let it be shown on the show.
Well, and we'll still see it on the show. Like, we'll watch it again, so you can tell us now and tell us then. Like, who cares?
It just, like any of the stuff with Taylor, because Taylor would be the first to like just let stuff spill, and then you'll see it on the show, and it's like, oh, okay. But like all the other girls are just like,
I mean, literally Taylor right now filming The Bachelorette. Like, we're seeing TikToks of her like on these dates. One-on-one dates. We see like a man fully, so we know at least this one man
at a football game.
Exactly, this one man gets a date, so he goes at least a bit away. And I'm just like, but we'll still tune in.
I know
in
she's
March.
a producer's nightmare. I know it because
100%. But I wonder if it's her same like kind of Hulu producer that's with her for Secret Lives.
Yeah, because how else? How else?
Well, and they knew going in that she was active online like this. Like
I mean, that's her job. So like
they need to revitalize it anyway.
To be honest, The Bachelor was losing.
That's why they did Taylor. So yeah. I haven't watched. I used to be a very avid Bachelorette watcher, and like I stopped because Bachelor is so white. But I mean, still, but at least they're trying something new with a crazy gal that we love. So
the reunion is what, December?
It's like
early December.
I didn't even watch season 2's reunion. I don't know if I can be bothered to.
It was bad.
It
was
maybe
bad.
This one will be better because Nick Vile's not hosting.
That was bad. He was. I just always disliked him, but it's like him asking questions and then like.
Well, his questions
to
are
Whitney.
He always leads
very
leading.
Answer. And then was very like he picked a side already when a host should be like so neutral. And he was like, okay, well, Whitney, you blah blah blah, and you're like, what? I thought you were just asking her a simple question about like whatever, Anyway, so.
But the thing is, this has already been like the reunion's already been filmed,
right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's still stuff that has happened after this season coming out. that they're not going to bring up in the reunion. Like Jessi going to Vile Files past week. That's not going to be on the reunion.
Her selling her house.
Like Marciano coming out and saying Hulu completely cleared me of everything. Like when did they film the reunion? Like they can't film that.
The timelines don't add up.
I'm saying, like they should have waited, and it should have been a live reunion or something like Love Island does.
That's true.
Like filming the reunion right at basically before the show even comes out is like that's
because the audience is going to have questions that's not covered in the reunion because the person hosting the reunion thinks what they want to think and asks questions they want to know, but there may be things that we want to know that they don't get to.
That was poor on their part, but I guess they have to film them filming this reunion to put in season 4. So
I will say I don't know who's hosting this.
Stassi?
Okay. Anytime anybody does a reunion, you got to call Andy Cohen.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, at this point, who cares what franchise he's on?
He would be the best one. It's basically a Housewives. Like, so.
And I know he's maybe not, like, doesn't have an ABC contract or a Hulu contract, but, like, for one ep, we could make it work. Because you have someone in there who has done this before, first of all. And
who knows how to handle. And you can just.
Ask the right questions. And
who's
poke and.
Exactly.
We'll see. I probably won't tune in, but
I won't tune in, but I'll see.
I'll tune in and let you know.
On TikTok afterwards. For sure. That's where it is anyway.
Honestly,
season starts with where we left off of season 2 of affair drama.
First of all, it wasn't an affair. It was not an affair. Okay.
Yeah.
They were broken up. Not even broken up. They were separated.
She actually said that's not
true.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
In the vial thing. They said that to make it cleaner. Okay.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't even still call it an affair, to be honest. Like,
well, the 2 kisses, I wouldn't like. I'm like, okay, moving on. The emotional, I don't know how deep she went into the emotional affair. Is what that's where I'm like, okay, that's the affair, that the one that we should really be worried about, because 2 kisses, I'm like, and she
shouldn't have done it, but like,
obviously she shouldn't have done it.
Like,
but yeah.
But do I blame her? No.
Well, so it's funny, in episode 1, Jordan was acting like a little bitch, and I'm like, okay,
1 through 11.
Well,
yes.
But in episode 1, I was like, kind of I'm like, okay, she did cheat or whatever, you know.
I know. I was like, they were making me feel bad for Jordan. Yeah, dang, okay, that sucks. Like,
and then
blah,
literally
blah, blah.
episode 2, I'm like, no, fuck this man.
I was like, ew, disgusting. How he was talking to her, how he was acting.
Yeah, when he called mom and dad talk together to like get mom talk on his side, I'm like,
at her house.
Okay, let's stop the barbecue.
Yeah,
the barbecue of all of them, and Layla being like, "Did you pay a little deposit for this? Did you pay a rent?" And I was like, that was chef's kiss, girl. Like, that was good. But him doing that and then having his little like bozos with him, Dakota and
that should have been the first one.
No, literally, because it's like,
and then matching outfits.
No. Linking up with Dakota to first of all, the dramatics of calling Dakota, stepping out and calling him to like,
let's talk about, because it started.
I can't take it.
It started because like he was like, I have to tell Dakota, like when they were like announcing to their whole friend group that, you know, she cheated or whatever. He was like, I don't know how to tell you this, but la la. And I was like, this is so dramatic for something that's so not like. Dakota has been sleeping with other people.
An actual cheater.
Like all this way. And he's like trying to like, he's like, damn, man, that's like crazy. And like, Dakota's, I can't believe. And I'm like,
family comes first. Like, bro, who are you?
I was like, meanwhile, this Dakota, like with Taylor's aunt or mom's friend or whatever, is like in the back burner. And I'm like, bro, you're really just being like, oh, man, it's crazy. Like, I can't believe.
Does not think he's like, he really cannot put 2 and 2 together. Like, he's just talking for sure. But yeah, I'm like, look, and then they're like, well, you also were emotionally abusing her, and he's like, he doesn't deny it.
No, he's like, no, he's like that for a reason.
Yeah, but she also cheated on me. It's like, okay, so both things can be true. She could be an asshole, and she could also have cheated on you. Like, we need to look at both sides of this. Like,
and I was like, you've been doing this for apparently 3+ years, and she reacted to you emotionally abusing her.
Yeah. Anyway. With a man who knew to prey on that, like, it's like,
we have to talk about Marciano because it's like the way
I'm just
like the Grim Reaper. Like, he's in every fucking episode of this show.
This should have been 3 episodes max.
100%.
Yeah. I was just so upset because like
still hearing this man's name. I'm like,
exactly. I was so upset because like the first 4 episodes were like Jessi and Marciano, that whole drama, and then episode 5, Demi comes in and it's Demi Marciano, and I was like, I thought we were getting rid of this man after we wrapped up the barbecue episode. Like,
he's not even interesting. He's not even cute. First, somebody said it. He's fucking greasy. I'm like, this is the man you're fighting over? Like, this is the way. And Jessi said this. It's like they were like sisters, and now they can't even look at each other over this man.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
come on.
It makes no sense. Like,
it's like he definitely
billionaire. Demi is hot. Like, don't like.
Please,
she's a bitch, but she's hot.
Her
like,
face card is so fucking lethal.
Every fucking face card.
Why
her makeup?
Such a bitch.
Like, I'm sorry, Jessi. She has the best hair. Like, Demi has the best hair in this group. Like, what are we talking about? Best outfits. Like, not looking crazy.
Body.
And
come on, it's sick.
And I was just like,
but her personality is just so
trash
bad.
Awful.
There's like that one shot of her in the car, and I'm like, why do you have to be so fucking
beautiful?
Like,
I want to.
It's just like, so remember the Christmas episode, season 2?
My
I was
God,
like,
please.
I was like, girl,
the red lip,
the outfit.
She
I was like, girl,
she eats. That's the
stunning. Yeah.
She eats every time, but it's like she opens her mouth and just says the most outlandish thing I've ever heard. And I'm like,
100%.
Actual like.
Yeah. And then let's talk about the phone call with Brett. Like, that was disgusting. It was, Brett is the worst of the worst. Like, it was so disgusting to watch. And then Whitney, like, sitting on the bed being like, because she didn't want to be there during that phone call, and she was like
Miranda,
like exactly,
girl,
as
exactly, her fucking white trash on the other line. Like,
what is
exactly
about? This man has had 3 marriages. He's literally been on every reality TV.
He's like 50 years old. Like, what are we talking about?
It's one thing to have your spouse's back. It's another to be like actually like mean. I mean,
he's doing drive-bys.
Yeah,
he's doing drive-bys.
Yeah, exactly.
You were so close to being an AARP member. Why are you driving around the neighborhood for drama? Like, get a job.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like the barbecue scene. He was like driving by. It was like Jessi telling Michaela and Macy that like about the thing, and I was like, "You're so creepy.
You have involved in it."
Exactly. And I think like after season 1, when Demi was like a fan favorite, they were like, okay, we're going to be bigger roles. And he was like, I'm going to also be a bigger role. They're trying to get the husbands more involved, blah, blah, blah. So like season 2, we see him yelling at Chase. We see him doing this at the 3rd. They have that weird, like, they're picking out pottery or something like scene. And then he gets angry about something. I don't know. Don't care. But I was like, this is not your 15 minutes are over. This is not your time to shine. Like, you don't need to be on the phone, like saying all these nasty things.
We never see him. We just hear him the entire season.
I think I said this in season 2, and I stand by it. Like, there are too many men involved in the real lives of Mormon wives. Like, this is about the girls. Yes. And so I don't know, like, yes.
Season 1 was good because,
like the guys are way too involved. And I know it's so different on the Housewives because the drama's so different, but you can talk behind closed doors with your husband about the drama. You don't need to be in front of the camera with him
we don't
about
need
this drama.
All of your husband.
Literally.
Like, why am I watching Dakota make a confessional? Please. I'm just confused.
When Dakota started having all those confessionals in season 2, I was like, I'm over this. Like, this is, why are you sobbing? I don't care. You cheated on Taylor. I do not care about your feelings. I don't need this.
In this season, Jordan got and I know Jace and Jacob do, but they don't get enough camera time, and that's okay. I'm not asking for more, but they get enough, and we move on. But like Jordan had like 20 minutes of camera time. I'm like, look,
no, seriously,
I don't need 20 confessionals from you.
And it was just bashing Jessi the entire time. Like, he's not.
And acting like he was the victim in this, and I was like,
the amount of times he said I felt emasculated because she, like, come on, like, first of all,
look at the man that she kissed. You should not.
And second of all, this is what makes you feel emasculated. She bought the house y'all live in. Like, what are we talking about?
Her having her like $1 million business, her buying the house, her being on this show, like giving all of like you fame with her social media. But her kissing this man. Is what
that no one even knew about for 6 months.
The thing I need to mention, because we're talking about like them being separated or whatever, it's like the way nobody can stay together on this show is crazy to me. Like, it's crazy. Every other minute someone's like, we just got to be separated right now, and it's like Aaron said to me, and it's true, like, they're mid-20s, but at the same time, like, at what point not one person on the show can communicate in a way that like 5 you know what I mean?
Well, it's because they were like, I don't know if it's like the Mormon culture, because again, I have such a very like limited view of that, but it's like they were pulled from so young, like you know, Michaela was 16, like the rest of them were like 18, 19, 20, like when they were getting married and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, they were literally children, and that's how they started the marriage, and that's how they're like continuing on with it. So it's like, you haven't grown it feels like, because now you're just forced into the social media and people are like, oh, like they're young, woohoo, and like, okay, but you didn't grow, and so you're like crashing out and being like, we need to separate, but
yeah, and not for all of them, because like we know, like for example, you mentioned like Brett's third marriage, and it's like Jessie's been, like she's like afraid to get
Jesse's
divorced
has,
twice.
yeah.
It's like, so you know, I mean, some of them are a little bit
Yeah,
older, had some
yeah, there are
experiences, but
some.
then yeah, there are some like Michaela and Jace. It's like I don't know what to tell you.
That's a whole nother thing. But
well, that is
yeah,
that's a bad example.
Yeah,
but-
we'll talk about that.
Big situation.
We'll talk about that
yeah.
later. But it's like Macy and Jacob, I'm like, okay, they were like, it's Jacob, right? Yes, Macy and Jacob, they were like, okay, I see the communication. I feel it, and they're a little bit older, like
when
20,
Whitney and Connor are the only ones that are getting along, you're like, look,
that's what
are we talking
and
about?
Connor's gay, so it's like,
you know, I kind of came around to them this season. I'm like, you know what?
I like him.
You know what?
I like Whitney
because he had some good points.
Yeah,
he talking
did.
about Demi. He's like, but that doesn't like keep it
I
open
think
mind.
he has
but
good
also,
points a lot of the time.
For sure.
Pretty
he's
level-headed.
the most level-headed person on there.
Yeah,
and I think he does the TikToks because it's actually fun for him.
Agreed.
Yeah, he loves
he
it.
wants to like make money or
exactly.
anything. Like,
No.
He likes dancing.
I think so too.
Yeah, he likes dancing. He likes hanging with the boys. Like,
if it works for them at this point, I don't care.
I would love to have a marriage like that.
Season one, we
honestly.
may have had a different tune, but at this point,
exactly.
yeah,
but now
fun. They're
having fun. They seem to be enjoying each other. You know, they're just living their lives.
Yeah. Oh, I like her this season. I mean, I think I was coming around to her at the end of last season.
So was I.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she came back for a check, and who can flaunt? I mean, who can fault her?
Okay, let us all talk about this.
Exactly.
They all, when half of season 2 was you guys talking about contract negotiations, you're all here for a check. You're all on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives for a check. You started Mom Talk because you wanted to build your following, make money off of TikTok. And so I'm like, why are we shaming Whitney for coming back to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Yeah.
You on Dancing with Stars when Jen did the same thing.
Jen did the exact same thing.
But Jen was like honest about it. She didn't. She was. That was why.
She framed like, yes, her mental health was what it was last season, and you know, whatever. But she came back and she's like, I'm now ready. And then she was like, here we are.
It's like
Dancing with the Stars.
Literally being 5 seconds postpartum.
We were talking about her getting her check.
Yes, as she should.
Yeah.
As she should.
She's honest about it. Jen wasn't.
Literally,
none of them were honest about it.
None of them have been honest about anything ever except for Taylor and Whitney. Taylor will be like, I did this, I did that, here's why I did it, accountability. Whitney is straight up like, and you do too for a check. Like, absolutely. Like, this is the opportunity of my lifetime. And if that means I have to sign on to this shit ass show, that's what I will do.
And again, like all these branding, because season 3 was so heavy with like them going to events, like influencer events, and like doing that. So I'm like, again, we're seeing you making a check right now.
Yeah,
literally.
And yet you're like
stagecoach on your show that you're getting paid on.
We're like, hello? And again, Whitney drove out to Coachella Valley.
Yeah.
Hosted in that house.
Yeah.
And then went back home. So, like, why are we so mad at her for doing all this when we see she's here for the check and nothing else?
I think that's the thing that bothers me. Like, there's some that are still so much there for, like, this fake sisterhood. Because I think
we got to talk about that.
I honestly feel like we talked about it at the beginning, our season 1 episode, where I'm like, what are they talking about? This sisterhood thing? Like, why are we talking? Like, because it, like, you can be friends with them, but I think it was Whitney I think it was Whitney who was like, well, we can just be like coworkers, like, and that's okay. And that's okay. And look, her and Taylor had an amazing time at Kimmel. Just like, you can be friendly with someone without having. Like, but some of these people cannot separate, and maybe it's tough because you did come up together as friends, but at a certain point, like, okay, the relationship changed, and you don't have to be best friends with her just for her to be at this event.
Yeah,
exactly.
You may not get an apology. You may not deserve an apology.
Yeah.
My thing can be a coworker with somebody.
Why do you want to be friends and be in a sisterhood with someone that you have so many bad things to say about them. Like that's what I don't get. Like you can be
it's for the check. They're being friends for the check. So
and there are some like I think with Demi, I'm like, okay, I would be more inclined to believe that none of you want her here, even as a coworker, right? Because like even as a coworker, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
But like Whitney, she clearly is not trying to ruffle any feathers.
No,
she's not. She's literally just here for the money.
Even season 2, when she was like coming back and she was like, "Am I in mom talk? Am I not?" Like she was being so chill, like in the background, like, "Hey," and they were like, "You bitch, how dare you say that?" And you're like, she's literally just sitting over here.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I'm going backwards a little bit because you mentioned her coming to Coachella Valley for Stagecoach doing the TikToks. I have to mention because it really like it stood out to me for no reason. Jen, how she showed up like sick or whatever in that Uber. Okay. I don't know why they even filmed this, but like she gets out of the car, she's open mouth coughing, no mask, nothing, pregnant, and she's like. Zach's like, how are you feeling? I'm struggling. I'm like, if I was that Uber driver, I would have dropped her.
Mind you, it was a 2-hour ride.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and they broke down in the middle of it, so it's like
it wasn't like a 15-minute ride. No. Oh no, she's open mouth coughing in my Uber. Sorry, like they should have cut that.
Disgusting.
They should have.
Why did she literally go like that for the check? I know, but just.
Yeah.
Zach, why are you leaving your pregnant sick wife? Like, what? Hello?
Let's talk about it.
Were girls coming from LA and they were coming from Salt Lake? Because they were doing press, like a cut.
I just with his sick wife.
Well, the boys were all like the boys came separately from the girls. The girls were in LA for press, I think. But
and they weren't going to come, but then they were like, "Here we are." But
maybe because she was sick, she stayed longer. I don't know. But
either
way, if I was in that Uber, I would have left.
I would have said, "Girl."
No, literally.
I mean, speaking on Jen, she didn't really have anything to offer this season, honestly, besides her little tidbit about Demi. But like,
my issues with her are like, she came back for the check and she didn't tell anybody that, and that's fine, whatever. But she has not seemingly worked through a lot of her issues with these girls for some reason, therapy as much as she claims to be. And I believe she's there and she's probably working through a lot. But like, if you know you're going back into some of these triggering environments, like she said during those events, like Demi's here and it's triggering me. And it's like, I don't understand why we're not working on that in therapy. If you know you're coming back to the show, even if it's just for Dancing with the Stars and you're not coming back season 4, like, don't you want to protect your peace for even the 3 months that you're filming this season? Like, that to me was a little strange. Like, we also are getting picked up on therapy, and it's like, there can be a lot of things that are being worked on, maybe from childhood, from her marriage, because we know that was like a whole situation. But I just knowing, wouldn't you want tactics for how to handle going back into these environments, knowing that you were going? So I don't know. It's just like kind of weird.
She also was always like saying, she was always like, well, you guys didn't do that for me last season. Like you didn't. I was like, girl, like.
At a certain
what's the actual issue?
Like just say it straight to Jessi or Demi.
Well, they did that whole thing at the end where they're like, speak your truth, apologize. And she leaves and she's like, well, Demi never apologized to me. It's like, well, that was your opportunity to say like, hey, I feel like you know,
apologize. The opportunity. Like,
I don't know. I'm not really buying, like, either forgive and forget without their apology or say it. I mean, we're in episode 10. You're doing this little like Mean Girls moment. This is the perfect time to ask her. So I'm just feeling a little like I'm not really buying what she's selling right now.
And it was really off. It was really off. She definitely had like a spot.
It's just like heavy on the she was here for the Dancing with the Stars, because she's like, Dancing with the Stars has always been my dream. And so I'm sure her producer from Hulu was like, hey, if you do this, like you should be able to, but she just wasn't being honest about it. And so when people online are like, oh, wow, you know, like being like, but she deserved to be here, and I was like, you guys, you're not watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. You're just, I don't know what you're doing, but you're clearly not paying attention.
No, that was crazy. Someone we haven't talked about yet is Layla.
Yeah, we gotta.
Thoughts on Layla this season?
I'm glad she was like speaking up more. Sometimes it was a little too. I was like, okay.
Like the me stuff. Like with her going up to Demi at like the event,
and the hydro jug one or the other one?
The plain one?
The plain one.
Okay,
yeah. When she's like going up to Demi to like talk to her, and she's like just like yapping, and then
I think Demi came up to her, or no, that was at the other one.
The plain one was the
what was the first time? The first time that.
Another thing sorry to cut you off there, but another thing I just need to mention is, why are they having all these deep conversations at these influencer events?
Well, they said like, who was it? Was it Whitney who's like, this is really unprofessional?
Yes.
No, literally.
Every time Whitney's like, I'm gonna be professional, and they're like screaming and yelling at each other.
And then Demi's like, yeah, did you have fun, Boogie Marcial? I was like, girl,
why would you say that?
This is ruining your check, so you should all be more professional.
Mind you, Whitney's like, this is a job. I'm clocking in for my job. And then these other ladies are just like, no, who cares?
No, it was every single event. And I know that's like, because they're all going to be there, or like certain people are going to be there, and they need to like have these conversations because they're not meeting outside of that. And I get that's why you're having this conversation, but like you could have met for coffee or at Jay-Z Styles.
Something. Where you all... In the car even. They had car meetings.
I will say,
when Layla talked to Jessi about the Marciano thing.
And that's how it should be.
That was a car.
That's how it should be.
Jessi went right on home. There was no
right home, talked to Jordan.
Yeah. My thing is, it's Layla's timing. Like, Layla somehow always has information to say.
She's got to be like a little bit of a plan.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just because you found out of it 5 minutes ago, does that mean you have to relay that information that moment? Like, let Jessi come into the event, like let her talk, like let her do what she's got to do, and be like, hey Jess, like before you go, let's
talk after.
You literally meet the girl in the parking lot. She can't even go to the have some timing.
It's tough because Layla's like, I just don't know how I'm supposed to be around her and pretend I don't know this.
See
that aspect, but also what is an hour, right? Like maybe you just don't talk to her that whole hour.
Something.
Honestly, like you guys just needed to take some pics, post a video, and like that was that. You didn't need to be there the whole 3-hour event. You could have done that and then been like, hey, also.
But the just timing. I mean, granted, she literally is like 19 years old. So
she's definitely learning because we love that she is with a new hairstylist.
Yes,
thank God.
Yeah,
truly. The way she was afraid to tell Jessi, I'm like, if that girl's really your friend, like everybody's claiming, she would not. And let's be, and Jessi was very nice about it, thank God. Because I'm like, if she's like, you're taking money from me, I would have but I mean, you gotta know this is a different type of hair, Jessi, and so I'm glad she owned up to that. But I don't know why she felt so like nervous to tell her, because
probably because
the Demi thing.
I mean, the Demi of it all and how that was, but that was like a different thing. Like that was Demi being like, don't go to Jay-Z Styles. She sucks at doing hair. Like it's awful. You're just like, I need to go to a black hairstylist because I have black hair. Like, not the same,
as she would say.
I
know I do not understand how she talked to Chase and Mason. Like, I think that's weird. And like, I know they're Mormon. But that's weird. Having Eskimo brothers be actual brothers is a line. Like that.
She was like, I liked Mason actually. And I was like, so why are you sleeping with Chase?
You slept with Chase, you slept with Taylor, who also slept with Miranda, who also slept with Kate. You're friends with all three of those women.
That's why I feel like the Mason of it all is not even like, they're actual brothers, but it's not even that bad. Like,
imagine the three of us all had one guy that we all slept with.
Right.
And we're just supposed to be hanging out.
And we're just like, la, 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 la. I mean,
I would be like, hello?
Okay, I do have to say, since you mentioned Chase, like when he got invited to Layla's party and everybody was like really upset with him, I was really confused. And then they started showing clips of his podcast.
And I was like, I get it. I get it. And like Layla being like, okay, well, you can leave, to like Macy and Michaela. And I was like, girl, like he said bad things about all of you. It was not just like, I get that's your friend's literally. I was like, I get that's your friend's boyfriend, but like only like he doesn't have to be invited.
But also, no one's even talking to Kate anymore anyway. So, like, what was the reason of it all?
Well, and then he and Kate broke up anyway. So, sure.
Exactly.
So, yeah. If you want to just hang out with Mason, just hang out with Mason. You don't have to invite Chase to hang out with Mason.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Like, just slide into the DMs. Like, you're fine.
And I do think, like, it sounds like he did call Layla specifically to apologize beforehand, but it's like, is this really the first event you want to, like, we could have had him come to something else. Apologize.
And it was also like, the girls had also said to Layla before, they were like, oh, well, if he's going, I'm not going to. And she was like, I don't know, like, he is K, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, so your girls told you beforehand that they hated, and you were still like, come on over.
And it's your party, but don't get mad when someone says they're gonna leave, because they told you they were gonna leave if that man showed up.
Exactly.
If that man showed up,
one equals two. Yeah.
So.
And then she didn't even tell them that like he was still going to show up.
Yeah, right.
So like they were blindsided. I don't know. Yeah, she was in the wrong for that one. Like that was definitely weird.
I think, maybe invite him to the next event. Like, give him a chance to call everybody and apologize.
Yeah,
exactly.
Maybe not your
timing.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
She does not have that to
Her timing's not good.
Layla, though, that whole birthday, because then Jordan's calling Dakota. I mean, it was like...
Also, I was like, how on standby was Dakota for Jordan's call? Because that was like, hang up 3 seconds later.
That's the real question.
He's there. And apparently, they were like, towns away. They were in different cities. So I'm like,
they all live in Provo, and it's like 45 minutes away from Salt Lake or something.
And I'm like, okay,
he was ready. He was already ready. He was outside.
He was outside and just needed to pull up.
Outside.
We can cut this, but Layla's party was at the hotel we stay at when we go to Salt
Oh,
Lake
really?
City. Yeah. I was like, Scott, do you recognize this place? He's like, wait, we have been
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
So we'll stay there when we go.
No, literally, it's right across the street from Delta Center.
Ooh. Macy and Michaela.
Okay. The first few episodes, I was like, I understand they are literally the only people besides Jessi and Layla that are left for this mom talk moment.
Right.
But I was like, why are we driving to meet Marciano?
That was these two pregnant women.
There were
5-hour drive. For what? Call the man up. Like, what are we for the drama?
Also,
but that's the thing with Marciano. Like, what the fuck is he even doing here?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's also just like, that leads to my next point of like, I hated how this whole season was like just not believing these women on what they said. They had to go talk to Marciano, all these people. And I'm just like, why are you, if you believe your friend, like, why are we driving 5 hours to go talk to this man? But
because
I get wanting like more facts, but
you would want to believe if you are actually friends like you're claiming, you would just take her at her word.
Exactly.
Co-workers, maybe you're not taking her at her word.
Exactly.
But let's be honest about what's happening here.
But also, he already just told Layla everything. So, like, why do you go ask him yourself?
So
and yes, he was fully lying because we saw the lie detector test, but like...
Well, so we need to talk about it. I know you brought up Michaela and Macy, and we'll have to circle back on them. But
we'll circle back.
I just like that is where Jessi lost me for the rest of the season, because even up till that point I was getting a little annoyed with her, but then for her to want to sit alone in a room with that man,
let's start about that.
Thank you. Fluffing
the bra
hair.
She said
half naked.
the makeup.
It's not about what you wear. Let's start there. We're not saying that. I'm just saying, like, the context of the situation, it doesn't look good.
Why are
the
you
optics
meeting,
are bad.
with the guy that you had an affair
behind closed doors, alone.
Curtains closed, your girl's outside.
It looks bad. It looks bad.
The hug, he brought you flowers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and she's like, oh my God, you got me flowers. I would have been like, if this was really like, ew, done, he's disgusting, like, I would have been like, why'd you bring flowers?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just think of, like, if I saw someone that I hooked up with, which I have, ended, I literally don't want to see that man.
Right.
And this is someone that you had an affair with that has, like, ruined your life by...
And you were going on a full world tour and telling all your friends about, oh, we kissed twice, oh,
and
we
the
had an
text
emotional affair, blah, blah, blah.
between them.
between her and Demi?
She read those willingly
in front of her fucking husband.
He was 2 people away, and she's like, and then we blah blah blah, and he's just walking back and forth. I did feel bad for Jordan during that. I was like,
he did think that they exonerated her,
but it's like it's clearly a flirty message, even if you're not like she's trying to say. We never had sex because you can see from this message I said next time I see you it's gonna be this big.
Yeah, it's on, but
still not a good text to have.
No.
That was my problem with both. That was my problem with both Jessi and Demi. Like they both were reading out texts and they were like, "This isn't flirty." Like I'm just like Demi.
You talk about steaming with all of your friends.
I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" Because this is crazy. When Demi was like, "Oh, well, I was just doing it so like to see what he would say or to like whatever." I was like, "Girl, what are you talking about? This was you flirting and you failed." And that's fine.
But Jessi lost me there. And then even worse, she invites him to fucking dinner.
That?
Not even, and then all the girls catch strays on that. And it's like, okay, if that man's if he's standing in the lobby and Jessi's like, yeah, he's coming with us to dinner, I'm not looking at him saying, no, he can't come. It's fucking awkward.
Yeah.
So I don't know why all the girls caught strays because that was Jessi's choice. And Taylor said, she said, this is not a good look, Jessi. And she's like, well, I already invited him. And it's like, if Taylor's your reason, that's be serious.
I get like
that you could say something.
Well, in private, not in front of. Right. But the guy,
I might actually say, I would be like, so what is Bozo over here doing? Like, I would say that. I think if we really didn't like this person, and if it was the same situation, I'd be like, why are you sitting here with us? Like, you can sit at the next table and wait for the results. We'll tell you.
My thing is literally that they were reading the results out loud, and they're like, okay, like here's what it says. Oop. Jessi, this was a lie.
Inconclusive.
Yeah. No, it's not. And it's like, what are you talking about, Jessi?
Yeah.
Like, Marcianos are clean, or they're clearing out.
Actually, he didn't have one that was inconclusive, which is crazy.
So it's like, okay, Jessi, like, tell us what's really happening now. And then they like brushed it under the rug of them being like, well, this question could really mean this. I was like, okay, well, now we're getting into semantics.
Well,
like now it's like you're taking things literally.
It's a straw man.
Like, you're just doing too much now. And that was absolutely just ridiculous.
And I'm sure like the lie detector was the producer's idea. You know what I mean? It's like they need something. But at the same time, it's like this either way. There are other things around it that are a worse look with the convo before inviting him to dinner. Like there are things that could have been avoided outside of this lie detector test because I'm sure that was very producer.
For sure.
I had to guess, but that was. I'm like, Jessi, girl, it's over for you. That's for me. Like
that was crazy.
I can't defend you.
I
was already on the edge because I can't keep talking about this. Like you guys are talking about it way too much. But now it's over.
Yeah,
it's
that was it, and it just should have been done there. Like after that,
it wasn't.
No, and then now we.
And then Demi had to pop in, and then.
And I will say, what really went against her, and she did end up admitting this at some point. I think like episode 9 or 10 is like, when you come in 5 episodes later, there's a reason that people aren't listening to you. It's because you didn't tell anybody what happened. You didn't say, and now you're like, we're halfway through what's happening. And all of a sudden you're like, nobody's believing me. And it's like, but what even did you say? I don't even know. Like she's doing the online thing where she's like, well, I posted online that I was assaulted. And it's like, well, I didn't fucking know that because first of all, I wasn't in the first 5 episodes and I don't pay attention to your social media. So how am I supposed to know what's going on? Because you chose not to come back, and then all of a sudden you did choose to come back 5 episodes later.
For a check.
But, and her face card's so fucking lethal.
It's just crazy.
I hate it.
It's crazy. It's my thing though is that Jessi's stuff didn't make sense, like the inconclusive results, things like that. But Demi's story, it's giving Donald Trump. It's giving like I'm literally just saying whatever I can to like deflect and not take accountability. Because what do you mean your daughter accidentally FaceTimed this man?
That's the one.
Gives him a nickname. Like
she's sending pics of her kid to Marciano. Or
requested photos.
And she's like, okay, we're FaceTiming now. Oh my gosh, not immediately hanging. If I accidentally FaceTime someone, I'm immediately hanging up when I see.
That's what I'm saying. Especially if my kid's around. especially if my kid's around for a man that I'm saying have wronged me. Like, exactly. why is his number even in your phone?
Well, I feel like I just missed something completely because all like at one point it was like Demi had an affair with him and they were really like going hard about that, and then all of a sudden Jessi had the affair, but then it comes back around that like there was something with Demi, so I'm like, what even happened at this fucking Vanderpump Villa? Because
well,
I sent a video in our TikTok of
because I'm just
their
like,
interactions.
I just like am really
the girls all last season, maybe not all, but the girls last season were like, oh yeah, like Demi and Marciano flirty, like playing blah blah, and even into this season, and they were like, oh, and I was like, okay, that was like them like at the time saying, oh, they were flirty, they were, you know, touching, they blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so now her being like, no, we never did any of that. I was just baiting him basically with these text messages of, you know, eggplants and lamb, blah blah blah. I was like,
and I'm so torn because I'm like, yeah, like what she's claiming is like like he grabbed her ass twice or whatever, and that that I believe her if that was truly like unwanted touch, but I just feel like there was something else that happened because
there was.
To placate him through text about grabbing your ass is such an easy like if even though that is sexual assault, like if he came out and said that that's what happened, that's easy for you to say that was sexual assault. Like, and so for her to say I was trying to placate him so he didn't tell the story, I just feel like there's something that neither of them are owning up to, like something else that happened that neither of them are opening up to, because
100%
to placate him over grabbing your ass does not really make sense to me. Like, I believe that maybe there was something that happened that was unwanted, or you regret or something.
Oh, she has regret because Brett found out is what I'm assuming.
But he was already crashing out last year or last season.
What you're
like
saying
about
it is, it's such an easy rebuttal to be like, yeah, he did that and that was bad and we should all hate him. Yeah. And so it's like, okay, you're not doing that though. You tried to placate him so he wouldn't tell the story for what? Like,
yeah, but then hoots with him to set up Jessi to say something.
She's like, oh, well, this was much worse. Like,
I know, I just can't figure it out. And I know we'll never know, but I'm just like,
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
I believe you to an extent, but because I want to believe women, but then I also have seen
but that's what she's hoping for.
But I've also seen you yell at your husband that Chase put hands on you, and he just like
that's the one.
Like, and now your husband's ordering him DoorDash.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's something's not. I don't know, and I want.
Brett would have been on our screen like anytime Marciano was there. He would have been on our screen if like something actually like.
Yeah, he's gonna call Miranda white trash, but he's not gonna say a slur for Marciano. Please.
Not a slur.
That's why like, I want to believe her, but there's just like so many missing things.
Yeah.
That is what she's hoping for. She is hoping that the guilt of saying that didn't happen to you as a woman is going to overshadow common sense and facts. She is hoping, because she knows
I just wish Marciano would say that, because like he could clearly like, but he's also claiming that nothing happened with Demi because like that was part of the lie detector test. So I'm like, Marciano, why didn't you just come out and say? Because then whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know what she has over him. You know what I mean?
Don't think so. Based off of what I saw on the Vanderpump scenes, Demi is clearly flirting with this man,
which can be true. You can be flirting with someone and still not want them to grab your ass. That's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
it's everything after.
That's what I'm saying. I think what likely happened is that they had flirtatious vibes, right? I think Brett found out about it. I think Marciano continued with the flirtatious stuff, thinking that
also flirting.
He had an in, and she was probably like,
wait.
No, to cut it off.
She's trying to cut it off, and I think Marciano maybe like went too far of like trying to come on, still really strong, and then that's when she was like, like, this is not.
That makes sense for sure.
Like, that's what I'm thinking has happened. I don't put it past Marciano of him like kissing her unwanted, touching her unwanted. I don't put it past that man because he's a sleaze.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. But what I don't believe about Demi
is that there was a brick wall.
There was nothing that she never entertained it. At some
point.
But it doesn't negate if Marciano did something unwanted. Like being flirtatious in the beginning is not an invitation for him to continue stuff even after the fact. Like, that's not the issue. My issue with Demi is that her interactions with this man afterwards don't make any sense. And
that's what everyone says. And she says,
well, I did the best of what I could at the time. And it's like, okay, I can understand that, because like we all deal with things differently. If it's just
him grabbing your ass, if he outs that story, who fucking cares?
Yeah, because you just say he did it.
Yeah, he did.
And that's it.
Exactly.
And that's literally it. Yeah. And we all believe you. But the thing of like trying to be like, Macy, you should understand. Michaela, you should understand. First of all,
let's talk about it.
You got to be kidding.
She has never said one single thing to Macy and Michaela about any of their abuse. But now she's like, well, you guys get it. Like, cause it, same. And these girls who are going through it are like, what? It was crazy.
Like, I just had to laugh because I'm like, okay, she's really trying hard. Like, this is the biggest evil in her to try to align herself on the same plane as Macy and Michaela and what they went to.
Macy's like, I literally was getting hit. It's like, it's not funny, but it's like compared to, I mean, you can't compare the two situations, but it's like, okay.
One, if you think you're getting shoved, Macy was getting 50 times worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, because if you can do that to Chase and say like, Chase shoved me.
Put his hands on me. He shoved me.
And you're going to tell Brett that, but you're not going to be like, Brett, Marciano grabbed my ass.
Yeah.
And think that man's not going to be in jail. Like, the cops came for what he said to Chase.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me you're going to find your wife sending photos of your stepdaughter to another man, and you're not going
to buy him DoorDash
because you felt bad? What do you feel bad about? You feel bad that Demi is lying and she put that post out about him, but you had to do it to go with the narrative. That's why you feel bad.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I think Demi just got too put on britches that were too big and didn't want to deal with the repercussions of it.
She started that last season when she thought she was literally the leader of Mom Talk, which I had to laugh when they voted Taylor the leader of Mom Talk, because it's like everybody thinks that already. She's the only one I knew before the show even started, and I don't even
all of us.
So for Demi last season to be like, I'm the leader of Mom Talk, and then
we were like,
season 3 she doesn't have, because she doesn't get as much money as she wants. It's like, girl, like, you gotta so like she's been playing in a league.
Demi's reality is not of ours.
No,
is in a different reality.
And it's like, you are beautiful, but that doesn't mean you're the leader of Mom Talk.
No.
Just because you're the baddest doesn't mean like you're the top.
Exactly.
The baddest bitch is not always the top bitch. You
know? Because since season 1, Taylor's been real on that television. Like, she has not, I mean, and not that you have to be as real as Taylor has been, but she's not but you can feel
she's been real before the show with her going live and literally spilling all the details,
all of that
feel
business,
that authenticity. So you don't have to necessarily like divulge your whole life on this TV show, but we can tell when you're being authentic and when you're not. And Taylor has always been that girl. Even I mean, I didn't even know Mom Talk, and I knew Taylor.
But to wrap it up, so this whole powwow cry session at the end,
they just needed them to like get together and
you could
pretend like they're friends.
That was like, so of all this, I know it's like a scripted show, like they make certain situations happen, but I have to fast forward through that because I'm literally not going to sit here and watch a bunch of women crying, except for Casey and Michaela. Like, everyone else, I'm like, why are you crying? Like, I'm so confused. Like, why you're sobbing right now?
Yeah.
And then everyone just forgives Demi. Like, what was that? Like, that was just so weird.
You were all just reaming into her 3 minutes ago, and now
by the end, and I said this last season, I wish I could watch it in like 1.5x because the way, like, they need to either make it like an 8 episode season, or the episodes need to be 30 minutes because they're dragging out a lot of this drama, and
we're staying at these influencer events for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, why are we still here? Like,
mind you, we never see the event. Like, we never see like what
we do have to do a shout out for the Hydro Drug event because the way they pulled out their own iPhone,
that was good.
Quality, top tier.
I mean, the real
tier. And it being like down here, like not even just like up, it's like down here being secret. I was like,
they're getting like their sisters to take videos, and they're all I mean, they're getting like the side conversations. I'm like, this is like
that was good. That was juicy.
We gotta acknowledge that because I've never seen reality TV.
That was good.
I don't think there might have been one show.
I love that behind the scenes.
Yeah, I love that they're like, so we actually didn't have producers at this event, but the girls did.
They did, and they thought to pull up their phones, and I said, good. That's what we needed.
That was great.
I mean, they got a straight shot of Demi. Like,
I know.
I mean,
I was like,
what a shot!
That was it.
You don't even know, Demi. You don't even know. Why are we arguing about the same man at a work event? Like
that will always be my question.
The faces of all the other people, like,
who were like,
what? Them meeting Scott and Chloe.
I was just about to bring that up at the.
That was such a weird.
I felt so uncomfortable.
Me too.
Chloe knew.
Like,
Chloe knew they were, and then Scott was like, "Haha, yeah, oh yeah, your show, yeah." I'm like, Scott, you never watched that in a day, but.
I was about to pull it up. I know. I was like, why did they leave this in? Like, it's kind of funny that they got to meet them, but I didn't really get to see that. I probably saw it on Instagram, to be honest.
Yeah, that was an interesting time.
That was an interesting situation for sure.
I think the last thing we should mention before Loves and Icks is the fact that they should not have announced Taylor as the Bachelorette if they were going to make that last scene the cliffhanger, because
I'm so mad.
What's the point?
And I was like, wait, but she's the Bachelorette.
I was like, there's no point. She's literally filming right now, but she's like making googly eyes to Chase at the dinner table. So
if season 4 has any, like, cut any of those,
I saw,
like, you know what I mean?
I saw someone was like, oh, they're filming Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and they posted this after the season aired, and it was like Chase and Taylor literally arm in arm linked somewhere and going somewhere.
See,
Dakota's gonna have an aneurysm.
We didn't even talk about him.
Don't care.
As he should. I hope he does.
I love when she was like, he refuses to film if we talk about him cheating. Okay, great. I didn't want to see him anymore anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's totally fine.
Don't give him more time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If he's gonna act out, he can reap the consequences.
He can lose the check. He's a realtor,
exactly.
I think.
I mean, he needs to go to Turkey ASAP.
He needs to go a lot of places. Turkey.
Yeah, he needs to be in that
sex recovery
retreat that she was at. He needs to be. Yeah,
that's true. That's
church.
True.
He needs to be somewhere.
Loves and Icks. Yeah. I got a bunch. I got a whole list.
I do too.
I got a whole list.
I'll go first.
Oh, my video.
She's outie.
I'm here.
I'll go first. Since we were talking about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, my ick, the Dancing with the Stars fandom and the ability to vote off the best dancer because they don't like her personality. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that Dancing with the Stars was a personality contest and not a dancing competition.
It's a little bit of both, but
I know it is, but it was too much. Anyway, another ick, my roommate is moving out and I'm sad.
Oh no.
She's living her best life, but she's moving close to work, so we move on. And then it's been raining for the past like week and a half in LA, and like actually raining and not just like misting, but LA drivers again don't know how to drive in the rain. And being an East Coast girly, like I know how to, and they do not. And so people are honking, people are stopping randomly, and I'm like, you guys, it's not that scary if you just pay attention and move on with your day. Anyway, so then my loves, I watched the Jonas Brothers Christmas movie. It was
no
silly.
spoilers. I haven't watched.
It was chaotic. I already gave you one spoiler, but you were gonna see that online anyway.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it was silly, chaotic, and random, and it was giving like real life, and they just needed to put it out there. Even though the like situations they were in were crazy, like what they were saying, I was like, this is stemming from somewhere.
I love that we saw them do this at a concert literally in the middle of the summer.
Every time, and it's like it's also like the beginning scene is that, and then like the ending scene is the same show, and you're like, I see this. Like
that was the $20 show.
It's the same thing with 2 songs. My next love, Alexa introed me to one of their friends, and they are like getting into K-pop, and they were like, oh, like you should talk to them. And I was like, okay. And it's just so fun watching someone who's like so new into K-pop getting into it and like learning about bands, listening to songs, figuring out things, and like not being in the like deep depths of the trenches, which K-pop is, but it's like it's just fun because I've been so out of it, and I'm just like, okay, here we are. But that was fun. Quick one, Jane Eyre is getting juicy. I love that for me. I love that for me, finally. And I had to look up a character chart because I was like, you guys are just saying names and I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, and then my last love is I'm going to the Bay this weekend to see my sister and her fam for Thanksgiving. And the oldest is turning 8, and I'm going to his Kirby themed birthday party. And I was like, when did my baby become 8 years old?
That's crazy.
And that's just, I just can't deal with that. But anyway. That'll be fun.
Okay, let's see. My icks for this week. The repost button has shifted on TikTok. I don't know if I'm gaslighting myself or if it's actually shifted, but I swear to God, it was on the top row, not the bottom row, because now every time I go to repost, it actually goes to send it to you guys.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look.
I'm pretty sure it shifted. Speaking of icons that have shifted, the skip ad button on YouTube has also shifted. It has shifted up about 3 clicks north. And it is now
like mid-screen, like
it's basically mid-screen at this point. And it used to be exactly where your thumb is if you're holding your thumb like in the middle of your phone. Yeah. It is just a tad above that.
I mean, they did that on purpose.
They did, and I hate it, and it's disgusting. Other icks that I have, stolen valor. This is specifically in one instance. The Norfolk Admirals were having a sale, $11 tickets for any game for the rest of the season if you were a veteran. Scott and I tried to log into his account 15 times to get these tickets. It did not work. It said it wasn't valid, blah, blah, blah. He's had this account. He's a fucking veteran. Didn't work. I had to ask my mom to do it. It took my mom 30 minutes just to get into Ticketmaster. Whatever. Turns out Scott has been using his veteran
obviously
ID me account and changed it to her email instead of email. So this is why it was not working the whole time.
Oh my God.
So stolen valor. That's absolutely insane.
That's crazy.
That's
my
wild.
other ick, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that relationship, but it's sick.
It's almost over.
It's
it's so soon.
The countdown's on.
Don't want to even see this film to support that type of relationship. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it.
I'm glad you said it.
Someone
had to.
Honestly, at this point, if someone says a slur, I wouldn't even be upset about it because that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
The issue is we're being force fed.
That's what I'm saying.
These videos.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see this anymore.
You already know my thoughts on Cynthia, so
yes.
Yeah, I just need this press run to be over. My loves for this week. The iPhone deletes text messages with codes automatically.
Yeah. Thank God.
Blessing in disguise for us girlies that don't have any storage on our phones. My other loves for this week, body cam footage.
Please.
I found a gold mine.
Scott was watching those
I found a gold mine on Spotify. So it has the video. And I've been watching them at work in a tiny little corner though.
Spotify's crazy.
It's on Spotify.
That is crazy.
And they had the interrogation footage with with the body cam footage. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, I saw a really great one the other day. It was really good. My other loves for this week, the CK memes of people putting his face on well-known memes has literally had me in stitches. I just can't. I never know what I'm gonna see, and it's really funny. Sorry, I have some more. My other love for this week, there is a teen band called True Blood. They are a garage band, and they make covers of songs, and I just love them so much. They are so good, and it's nice and wholesome, and the kids are gonna be all right. And then my last love for the week, Justin Bieber is a icon. I need you guys to understand the way that I've been listening to Justin Bieber's streams recently. He has been playing live music on his Twitch streams. When I say he's the GOAT, like I literally mean he's the GOAT. Like there is not Purpose album, journals, like banger after banger. And I really need people to understand how this man has shaped pop culture. Justin Bieber, there is only one. And I just need to say that. I will send you guys the link to the live show.
I mean, I don't think we're disagreeing.
Sometimes I just forget that like he really is like that guy.
Yeah. You remember.
I mean, he doesn't tour anymore. Like he put out those albums and it's like he puts them out and then it's like, okay, but he's that guy.
Yeah. That's that. Love. My ick for the week, I've been cold every day. Can't do a thing about it. I don't know what to do.
Too.
It's really a problem. Loves. Okay, I got my first Labubu.
Ooh.
Stop.
She's so cute.
I got the one I wanted.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so I can't buy anymore. But we went to Mabuhay Fest, the Filipino festival at Farmhouse, and we saw them.
When was that?
I love.
Yeah, Saturday.
I'm so mad.
I was like, I fucking need it. Anyway,
I love that.
I said, Scott, can you pick out the box? But you need to pick out the one that I want. And I got it.
Name?
Anyway. It's called Yossi because he's got a Y on his butt.
Did you?
Yeah.
His name is Yossi?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like the name of it. Okay.
Thought it was cute.
Love.
Yeah. And then my other love, and I feel like randomly I feel very blessed by this. I just love standing men who speak out about things. Well, standing any celebrities who speak out about things. But like recently, so Oscar Isaac's been on his press tour for Frankenstein, and I know I'm trying to keep it quick. He's talking about immigration. He wore a shirt that said Gulf of Mexico. You know, like we love that. Josh Hutcherson, LGBTQIA plus icon, and even today he's getting interviewed and having a good time. Hosier constantly speaking out about Black Lives Matter, justice, billionaires, all that stuff. And then this week I saw Joseph Gordon-Levitt speaking out about AI, and I'm like, look,
I forgot about him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's just we love a celebrity who's not afraid to speak out, and
Gavin Newsom.
Okay, that's a little different, but anyway, that's that.
Okay.
Good up, everyone. Follow us wherever you find your podcast. We're on social media at Close Friends List Pod, and we'll be back next week with more yapping. Bye.
Bye.